Hey y'all. I believe it's Tuesday, and Miss Hazel is on her way to her beauty appointment. It's really cloudy today, and it's only supposed to get up to, I think, 63 degrees today, and maybe 68 tomorrow, and we have a 60% chance of rain tomorrow, which means we might get a couple of drops. Now, Hazel really could be groomed every 4 weeks, y'all, but grooming her about every 5 or 6 weeks is one of the ways that I stretch out my budget. Y'all will notice the poodle hairdo today. You see that I have this lovely cast on my arm. Yeah, it was broken. But anyway, it makes it a lot harder to do things. And it gives me a much better appreciation for people with handicaps, or should I say disabilities. People maybe who have lost a limb, or for some reason, you know, people who've had a stroke and they lose the function in one side of their body. Now, my sweet Aunt Daisy, she had a stroke in her later years, and she was so embarrassed because one side of her little mouth drooped. So anyway, that's enough about that. So, one thing that I do want to address today is I appreciate all your comments and your advice on being angry at my roommate. Now, I have to believe that most of y'all who raked me over the coals and proceeded to educate me about Alzheimer's and dementia have not watched my channel for very long. Way back, well, not that far back, but y'all remember when I moved in with Terry, I was very clear that I was not going to be a caregiver. And it's reached the point that that is what he needs. And I am not it. I don't have the patience for that, y'all. And I fully admit that. I would never hurt him, ever. So it's time for us to make different arrangements. And as far as Alzheimer's and dementia goes, I used to be a caregiver back when I had a lot of patients, and I did work with clients who had dementia and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and lots of different problems. So, also most of y'all will recall that my very good friend Mary Jo's mom had Alzheimer's, and we dealt with her for quite a long time. So I understand. I know that you can't really reason with folks like that, and I know that they don't have the memory or the capacity to deal with certain things, and that's why I've had to take over a lot of stuff for Terry. But I am not, and I will not be a caregiver. So, you guys who are so bent out of shape can rest assured that the proper thing will be done. Now, I'm going to ignore any more of those long teaching derogatory remarks. I've really had my fill of them. So don't be surprised if your comments disappear. This is really a channel that is more about being a senior, our different living situations, things that are funny and amusing. So I'm going to put that behind me now. And for all of y'all that supported me and understood that, yes, I was angry. I was very angry, as you could tell. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't hide anything and try to act like I am this perfect person, because obviously I'm not. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your love and your caring and your support, and most of all, for your understanding, and that you let me vent and get my anger out. It was not directed at you all, but I so appreciate that you understood that I'm not a monster. But I did need to vent about that. And thank you, every one of you who understood that that's exactly what I was doing. Okay, so let's move on. I'm telling y'all, I have had enough mobile home parks. But I do have one more little one that I'm going to put out, and it's this little mobile home park that's on Oceanside Boulevard, and it's really, really old. It's, you know, it's not a really nice park, but it's not the worst one I've ever seen either. But we went in just because they had an open house sign out by the street. So I told Mary Jo, let's go in and see what this home is, what it looks like, how big it is, what the pricing is. And so that's why we went in yet another one. Did I release the one of our favorite mobile home park? Whoa, y'all. Maybe there's two. But anyway, I thank you so much for your patience. I know y'all are sick to death of this. And you have my friend Joseph to thank for it, because he didn't start it, but he sure encouraged it. So anyway, we're going to have to get on with business here. And I'll have to think of some different topics for some videos coming up in the future. So, I love you guys. Please do something fun today. These cloudy days are not my best. They kind of, what would you call it? Put me, ooh, that motorcycle cop's got him somebody. Oh well. Anyway, the cloudy days always put me in, I'll just call it the doldrums, if you know what that is. It's kind of like the blahs. And I could go on and on with descriptive words. But anyway, that's what it does to me. And y'all, that is why I stay in Southern California. I know I could go to Alabama and have an apartment for $200 a month, plus utilities. But I would have to deal with the hot, humid summers. I'd have to deal with the cold, wet winters. Because of my chronic depression and my bipolar, I do the best in the sunshine. And yeah, I might be able to move to Arizona. Some places out there are cheaper. But then I'd be so far from my best friend. What would I do without her? It would not be easy for either one of us. So anyway, y'all do something fun. I can't say this is my fun thing. I'm going to sit in the van outside Tracy's house and read a book. So anyway, y'all, bye.